Oh.
2.
Okay.
Foo.
Well, given it's October, and did you know it's almost mid-October already? Which means it's going to be Christmas soon.
But before it's Christmas. What is it?
Halloween?
Woo! I don't know why I'm that amped here.
Yeah.
I'm really never that amped about Halloween.
I know. I was going to say, how do you feel about the holidays? Holidays as in like Christmas and Halloween and what else is there? Easter? I don't know. What's a holiday?
There's one
New
every month
Year's?
here in Canada. But I guess the fall, wintry ones, I don't know. Maybe because everything seems to cram together and they're big production holidays. You know, you got to get a costume. You got all these different parties that people want you to go to. There's all kinds of sweets there, or maybe drinks, or I don't know. It's like this fattening season.
Okay. How do you feel about it?
I don't enjoy it.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, I don't enjoy too much of those things.
Yeah. So before we met, I did used to decorate a little bit for both of those holidays. I always found it really difficult to gather all the gear, the decor, because, the smart thing is to buy those things after, but I never got to that. And then I said, fuck it. And then I just didn't want to buy things because at the time that it came around the next time, they're expensive.
Yeah.
And then, they're kind of hokey, which I didn't like being, and having to set it up and take it down. So we had a few things. So that was fun for a bit. And then when I moved out and got rid of stuff, I just never wanted to buy those things again or replace them. So since we've been together, we've never decorated.
No.
For anything. I mean, I think we put lights up on something once and hung our Christmas ornaments.
Yeah, we put some indoor lights on that green patch of that foldy green patch on the wall.
Yeah, we do have our ornaments, but those are special. Those are like, through the ages.
Yeah, those are heirlooms. Family things. But what does get me amped is the spookiness of this time.
Yeah. So like what? Tell us.
Well, I like how it gets chilly. It's dark. It's like warm, hearty food at home for meals. And then there's just this spirit of like, I don't know, scary shit. Everything that makes you scared.
Do you
it's
feel
different
like...
for everybody. So I think everyone kind of has their own thing that comes around. But, for me, I guess it's like ghosts and otherworldly spirit kind of stuff. Demons.
Do you feel like that only in October, though?
Pretty much. Yeah. I mean, I guess demons and spirits, like those kinds of scaries, because those are the ones that really get me. So I guess that's why they come top of mind here. Yeah, you can get those in weird places too. I don't know, you get down to some like weird, dark, uninhabited spot, or go to this place that someone says, do you know what horror happened here years ago? Like a full moon, and you're like, no.
Have you been to those places much?
Yeah.
Oh, tell us a story.
Okay. One of the first ones that really freaked me out was we went to an Indian gravesite. It's where I grew up. It was near, I guess I should say, Indigenous. My old high school memories are coming up. This Indigenous gravesite. And I don't know, we were really into horror movies, and it was that fall spooky kind of season, and it's late at night on a weekend. We didn't
like you and your friends?
Yeah, so we drove out to the reservation. Because there it's just I don't know, there's no like border or anything. You just drive into this other part of the road. Yeah, and something about that really spooked us out. Remember, we were driving in there and we got like maybe a quarter of the way in the graveyard, and then like, thought we saw something maybe, or I don't know, whatever. But when everyone gets that zing down their spine and they're like, nope, we got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. We suddenly had that. It was kind of snowy out too.
Going?
No, we hightailed it out of there.
Oh.
Yeah. We literally were like freaked out because it's kind of like big, dark, looming forest around too. So you also have no idea what is around here. And
Yeah.
it's, I don't know, you're kind of suspect anyway, being out there at,
Yeah.
some ungodly hour. So of course someone might come sniffing
On
around. But
yeah,
when you're
like
thinking it's
sacred
demons and
land
spirits, you're
too.
just like, there's a haunted something out there. We gotta go.
Yeah. You're not invited to that space
Nope.
anyways.
Nope.
Like, you shouldn't have been out
We were
there.
totally in the wrong. I admit that completely.
Well, I'm glad that you guys actually turned around instead of, continuing.
Yeah, it felt so off and weird. Um, yeah, that was weird.
Has that been the only kinda experience that you've had, a spine-tingling kind of experience, or do you have any paranormal stories of any kind? Not like they don't have to be long stories or whatever. Have you ever experienced anything
Mm,
sort of supernatural, paranormal,
uh,
spooky?
not in terms of seeing or hearing or feeling well, like kind of feeling something. Like there's this what's it called? Riverview Hospital
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
in where is that? Lougheed?
Coquitlam?
Coquitlam, yeah. It's the old insane asylum from the early 1900s, and part of it still functions, but there's a huge bunch of other buildings smattered around that were, from the early 1900s when they were doing weird shit like,
Mhm.
lobotomies and electrocution and, all of that torturous kind of mental health
Experimental.
treatment experience. Yeah, yeah, all of that stuff. Um, but they had shut that down, and so those buildings are sort of decommissioned. Like I know there's one that's condemned and you can't do anything, but there's a bunch of other ones that they would rent out for film sets,
Mhm. Yeah, I was gonna
including
say.
the apartment for Elf that was shot there.
Shut up, really?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite
Hilarious.
things. Yeah, a movie I was filming in, we used that spot, and someone pointed it out, and I was like, "No way!" And then later that year, when I was watching Elf, like,
That's
"Oh my
funny.
god, that totally is that corner,"
Huh.
because it's a funky shaped space. Anyhow, tangent, because the place, like everybody swears it's haunted.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard that too.
Yeah,
Can you do sorry, side note, I thought can you do tours of that
I
place?
don't know. There's some property management company who runs it, and
Okay.
like they manage there's always a liaison from them on set when we're filming, making sure we're not ruining things. And
Yeah.
but I don't know if they do other stuff to.
Yeah. I think there's also another horror movie I saw that was sort of what is that? That like reality documentary type of
Mhm.
um
Like a ghost hunter show, is that what I'm
yeah, but it
imagining?
was like a movie
Oh, okay.
in that style
Gotcha.
of cinematography, I guess.
Mhm.
And I don't remember what it was called though, but yeah, I remember watching that. I'd obviously never been in the building, but they said it was shot there. I just can't remember what it's called.
Hmm.
Like 2006 or something.
Yeah. Could have been.
Yeah.
They've been renting it out for a while. There were some kids on YouTube who climbed into the condemned building and, like, shot a bunch of cool pictures of what's inside, and that was really freaky.
Oh my
I'd
god.
always wanted, because we would shoot in the building next to it. So you can, and we're, up on the third, fourth floor or something of this building, and you can look out and you can kind of see through because there's a bunch of broken down windows and like chunks of wall missing. So you can kind of see into the building, and you're like,
Ooh.
what horrors await that? And everything's overgrown and like falling apart, covered in moss and vines and shit,
Yeah.
graffiti.
I
Um,
want to go to a building like that. I loved watching those shows like
it's a really freaky area. I have a hard time going off on my own
oh no
in
no,
those
you should
buildings.
never be alone.
There's stories from people who have been like locked in places,
Oh my
wandering off
god.
on their own. So like there is a policy of, hey, you can't leave this floor on your own, or,
Yeah.
kind of have a buddy system going. But that being said, some of the floors are pretty big. And so one time we were shooting at one end, and I decided to just wander to the other end of the hall and see what's in some of the rooms there. And I walked into one that just kind of gave me this really freaky, weird vibe.
Mm.
It was all tile on the inside, and there was like this big bathtub there. I think I have a photograph of this actually,
Oh.
because it was really cool looking, and that's what sort of drew me in. It kind of had this Miami like spa in the 80s kind of look, that pink and
Yeah.
green neon hazy stuff. It was funky colors, but everything tile. And I don't know, there's something about a room that if it feels like you could just power wash it to clean it.
Uh-huh.
Like, what the fuck are you guys doing in here?
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like,
Ah, that's
it's not
funny.
drywall. Like, everything's covered in tile. This is all drained. Like, this looks like it's meant to be easy to clean for some reason.
Mhm.
I don't know. But there was this weird little staircase that went up in the back, and I thought, oh, that's kind of an interesting little corner. Let me sort of like go up. And I start sort of wandering up this
What?
staircase, and it doesn't go too far, but I get to the end, and it doesn't feel like a natural end. Like there must have been something there. Like maybe there was
Mm.
a door at some point, or I don't know. But suddenly I had this flash, like again, that down your spine, all your hair is up. And I had this fleeting moment in my mind where it felt like there was a like body hanging by a noose
Huh.
from that, like from the ceiling there, I guess.
So was there nothing at the top? It was just a walled off kind of thing?
Yeah. But
Okay.
it felt like the stairs
But of
at a previous
course,
time maybe continued somewhere.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why would it go to nothing?
Yeah, because that's really weird to just have this stairway to nowhere
Yeah.
corner. Like it makes zero sense. And yeah, and that freaked me the fuck out. Like I just kind of sprinted out of that end of the building and had to go back to be around people. So like nothing I guess too
Do you have an
exciting.
alarm
Oh yeah, here, let me pause. And we're back.
going?
So yeah, nothing that I don't know. I wouldn't call that really an encounter per se.
Yeah,
But
but it's still interesting.
yeah. Oh my god, it's definitely the scariest place I've ever been though.
Especially so like what a weird thought, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah.
And it was still like there was still an active part of the whole facility as well. So there were a
Huh.
couple times when we'd be filming there and they actually put out an alert and they're like, hey, like a patient escaped, be on the lookout for
Oh my god.
this or this person. And yeah.
That's fucked.
But like you don't know
Weird.
because some of them were also like violent people.
Exactly.
Right. So it's not like, hey, this is just
Shh.
a depressed person.
Wow.
Or
There's a lot going on over there.
yeah. It's a wild place. And there's an active bus stop in the middle of it, which I found hilarious. We'd be walking out to our parked cars and there'd be this bus stop that I thought was like decommissioned. And then there's all these people standing there.
Are you
And then
sure it wasn't a
woo,
ghost?
here comes the TransLink bus. It was fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, a lot of stuff there. Deadpool did that too. That whole place was like the insane asylum where they were locking up all the mutants. That was like all there as well. Different buildings.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a creepy place. I don't like it. I don't like
Wow.
that.
I can't think of anywhere I've been where it's really been haunted.
No.
I don't really have any experiences.
What about places where there's been like a big tragedy?
I just haven't been anywhere.
Huh.
But my mom feels things. And I remember when we were when they were looking for a place to move to on Vancouver Island, her and I went looking around for places to rent.
Hmm.
We stopped in at some places, and this one house upstairs, which was also like a really narrow stairwell, I think, or steep, or both. I can't remember. Um, Going upstairs, besides the fact that it smelt moldy, she said there was there's this one room we're going into. She was ahead of me, and she was like, "No, I can't." So turn around. Um,
Something in there.
Something, yeah,
Yeah.
something no, not good. And I'm like, I've always been open to wanting to experience those things. Like, I love horror and the paranormal, and I just haven't. I can't even think of anything.
What's your scary thing?
My scary thing.
Yeah, like for me, it's demons and spirits, that kind of
Well,
evil. Like that's my worst. Those are the fiery ones that really get me. So like, what for you is that?
yeah, it would be more so anything paranormal because,
Hmm.
well, especially when it comes to movies that are scary, I'll watch anything horrifying, but the things that are the most scary are the ghosts and the um demons, the supernaturals, paranormal stuff, because that feels so real that
Yeah.
like that could happen, that has happened in a
Yeah.
way, but slasher movies or killers and stuff, I don't really care too much. I like gore. I do watch I like watching people get killed and murdered in terrible ways, but, um, yeah. Actually, that comes to that movie that we just watched.
Which one? We
That
watched the couple.
Australian movie, Talk to Me,
Oh, yeah.
where with the hand?
Yeah.
That was spooky.
Yeah, and that kinda combined
Mhm.
both of those worlds in a way.
Yeah.
Slashery murder with the paranormal
Not real
evil.
not really the slasher.
There were some gory bits.
Yeah, but that's not slasher, like, nobody was going around being like, killing people.
Yeah, true. But it did it in such a wild way that I think added a new dimension of fear to the whole paranormal thing. Because I
Yeah.
had myself wondering how much of that happens, like, in her head, or
Yeah.
in your own head, like, you watch how someone just kinda spirals themselves out of control and out of existence, and you're like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
that's weird. That's creepy."
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why that shit gets to me.
Yeah. I do want to explore some haunted places around here. Um,
Definitely.
I've always wanted to do that. Well, I guess I have been to a couple places that have been claimed to be like there's a place in the Okanagan called O'Keefe Ranch. We went there with my like elementary school, so I don't really remember experiencing anything, but I heard. And there's a castle museum on the island that I'm sure is also haunted, but boohoo for me.
We'll have to go find
I
some.
mean, I've freaked myself out in the dark.
Well, of course.
Yeah, every time in the night when I have to go stretch my back, and ever since I took the door off to the basement,
Yeah,
I'm just like, "Oh my fucking
right?
god."
Especially if the little motion detector light goes off. You're like, "Whoa."
Oh, outside?
Yeah,
Yeah, that doesn't bother me anymore though, because it goes off all the time.
but if it was a spirit,
I don't really
they can
believe
just walk
it.
right through the locked door. Doesn't stop them.
Yeah.
There's nothing that can stop them. That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
Except, like, garlic and a cross. Where's the vampires? Okay,
Yeah.
I don't like the vampire ones. I think I'm over the vampire story.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I think the only thing that's cool about vampires is, the blood. I like blood.
Yeah. They lose me at the, like, eating it and drinking it. That really grosses me out.
Meh.
Yeah.
Eh.
But I mean, even in the food world, like, there's cultures that make blood or, like, drink blood from the animals and stuff
Well,
as
I
part of
can't
consuming
imagine
it.
doing it for real.
Yeah,
Or,
no, but
like,
no,
if I
that's where it
was a
makes my
vampire,
mind go.
okay.
Yeah, it's weird. I can never identify with that. Yeah, because I don't know, and I don't eat anything like that. Like, I really have nothing to relate to this feeding
Yeah,
activity.
it's overdone. It's not there's nothing there's I don't know. I don't see how you can make it original anymore.
Mhm.
And Twilight just I don't know even what to say about that. But I loved the books when I read them, so
There you go. There's always a positive there. Do you have any favorite, like, Halloween activities or pastimes or
yeah, I do like to carve pumpkins. I haven't done it in a long time, so I don't think I'd be very good at it. But when I used to draw, it was easier. So like drawing something on the pumpkin and then carving it out. My favorite part is digging the guts out of a pumpkin. I love I love it.
Yeah,
um
it's weird. It's
hold
a
on.
weird sensation. Everyone should try it once.
Yeah. Nothing in my adult years, just went to the odd party, dressed up. Now I don't want to do well, actually, I don't mind going to a party, but I want to be able to dress up however I want to or not at all. Cause I'm at the point where it's like, oh, fucking now I have to go like gather things if I want to be cheap or buy an expensive costume that might not, that's just so overdone one piece of fabric or something stupid. Um, and putting it all together, I'm just kind of over that. So for the longest time, actually, for years, for Halloween at work in an office, I would just be a mouse every year because I had my Mickey Mouse ears, and it's easy to just put some whiskers on. Then I had a black pipe cleaner that I would hang out on my pants
Oh my God.
as a tail, and I
Hilarious.
just wear all black. It's so easy. Should do that this year.
Oh, a mouse.
Yeah.
My favorite was it was on The Office when Jim was Facebook and he just wrote book on his face with a marker.
That's funny.
Yeah. Like that's the greatest. Because that's totally my Halloween spirit when it comes to dressing up anymore.
Yeah.
Which is funny because we loved to do it as a kid.
Mhm.
Yeah, like
For
growing
sure.
up, I think until we were 10 or 11 or something like that. Like dressed up every year. Loved it.
Only until then?
Yeah.
I think the last time I went trick-or-treating, I was 16.
Wow. Well, it wasn't as much of a thing in Virginia when we moved there.
Oh,
And that's like, I think
Huh.
we moved there, yeah, when I was 12.
weird.
So yeah, I don't know, it kind of faded away after that. Like my brother and I didn't have much interest in it either.
Yeah, did your mom still decorate?
Yeah. She likes to do that. She
My
doesn't go over the top, but like she's
Yeah.
always liked to change her porch out and add some other things around the house, change the centerpiece on the table or
Yeah,
some basic things.
October 1st would be like, it's time to set up for Halloween.
Hilarious.
My mom loves to decorate, but she's always got like the best thing going on too. So I remember people would always like drive by the house to see what the display was, and
Yeah.
it was nicely decorated. It wasn't like a bunch of blown up air compressor fucking floppy
Yeah.
snowmen and
This
stuff.
was like handmade.
Stupid stuff like that. Anyways, yeah. So, and then we didn't hand out any candy last year. We put a note on the door and turned off all the lights. I'm getting
Pro
to a
move.
point where I don't really want to do that either. It used to be funner. I was telling you I was thinking about doing that this year, but also, I don't know. We are going to carve pumpkins though, right?
Yeah.
Because we're going to roast some seeds as well.
That's the greatest part.
Yeah. Mm. Did you have any, or I guess we're talking about adult traditions.
No, no.
Oh, you just had, actually, why am I asking you? You did nothing for all your 20s.
Yeah, pretty much. Avoided all the holidays.
Yeah.
It was great. Yeah, no. But as a kid, yeah, we'd have these epic like trick or treat outings.
Mm-hmm.
Because my mom had friends in the town north of us, Linden, and it's a real like, what do you call it? Middle class suburban town. So like you can walk all the houses.
Nice.
And so the friends live there, right? So you'd be going around and you're hitting like 100 houses in a block or two, you know?
Oh my God.
So yeah, when we were younger, I don't know, maybe up till 7 or 8, that was our Halloween. And it was awesome. We'd fill our little pumpkin pails because we had these little plastic pumpkins, but then we had to also start bringing along
Pillowcases?
yeah, the pillowcases.
Yes, that's of
'Cause
course what we
couldn't
did
fill
too.
the whole
Well, we had bags and then pillowcases. What? What is
Yeah.
the pillowcase thing? What?
I don't know. That's funny. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
But then it'd be awesome because we'd all go back to someone's house and like everybody,
Oh, that's
or I think a couple of the years at least, we all would like combine the candy. So there'd be, 6 of us kids dumping all of our loot in the middle.
what you
And then like
trade?
dividing, or we do like a trade session, you're like, oh, I got all these like
Wow.
corn candies that I don't like. Who's got a Snickers or something?
We actually our loot was more controlled. So the 3 of us would go home and we'd have to pour it all on the table, and then mom and or dad, I can't remember, would help go through and make sure everything is safe first and sort stuff out.
No razor blades and cyanide.
Yeah. And then we couldn't eat everything.
Yeah. No, once we got home, mom would like, we could take X amount of candy that night and she
Yeah.
locked the rest away. And then we spent the rest of the year scheming ways to break in and steal it.
Um,
That's funny.
yeah, good times.
Yeah, I love that part of Halloween was fun as a kid. And I don't know, it feels really good to, like outgrow it. But also, I feel at the same time, if I ever wanted to just put on a costume and get out there at whatever age, like even right now, I'd feel totally fine doing that.
Yeah. We do have a Halloween party coming up, and it's the Wizard of Oz theme. So,
Oh, I mean, like going out in public.
uh,
Parties, yeah, sure. Dress up for it doesn't even have to be Halloween. I'll throw on a costume for a party.
yeah, but I want to be able to dress up like how I want to. Now I have to plan something, and I'm just
Yeah.
don't want to do it.
You'll get into it and have fun.
I actually have to go find these things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to. Anyways,
All right.
enough of that. Enough
Yep.
about that. What else about October? I'm not a fall girl. Like I like the season. I think it's cool to watch and stuff, but it's cold. I'm miserable. And I just laugh at how many people out there just love autumn. They just love the fall. They love their pumpkin spice. Yeah. So it's a real thing.
It's gotten out of hand.
It's like everybody I know.
It's like even
whatever happened to summer? Who likes summer?
I do.
I know you
I'm a
do.
summer fan. Big
Yeah.
summer fan here.
I like
Always have been.
spring too because I like watching everything bloom. But yes, give me the heat in the summers.
Yeah, I didn't mind the spring here because it's not as rainy. Spring in Vancouver always felt like most rain ever. So I
Yeah.
never liked it because of that.
It rained today. Yeah, I don't remember the last time we had rain.
But yeah, the fall thing, absurd. It feels like even making pumpkin spice season jokes is getting old now. Like it's not even funny
know.
to make fun of it anymore.
No, but it's still very much there.
Yeah. It's insane. I can't believe how something has really resonated with people.
Yeah. Now
Maybe it's a good sign.
I've had a few. I'll say 3. I think it was. I think
Yeah,
it might have been 3. Yes, I had. Yeah, and when somebody texted me that, I had no idea what they're talking about. But yes, I've had 3 pumpkin spice lattes this year, and I'm done, and I will never have them again because they're so effing sweet. I know I've had 3, but they've been different level of sweetness. This is
Yeah.
the like every time, but it's still the thing about Starbucks is it's not coffee at all. Not even espresso. It's just sugar.
Yeah, mostly. Unless you get the straight stuff.
I just whatever.
Yeah, no,
This
I
is
feel
not
you.
a bitch rant about Starbucks, but anyways, that's what I've come to.
I've proudly consumed 0. But you
That's
know what
good
you
for
just
you.
reminded me of? A tradition that I remember my mom having with us as kids. During the fall time, before pumpkin spice became the thing,
Mhm.
with my mom and us, it was eggnog lattes.
Yeah, that sounds like
It's so much better than a pumpkin
Christmas,
spice.
though.
Yeah. It was always a little later in the season.
Yeah, it's Christmas.
Because there was this corner mart where we would go get, I don't know, like car washes and gallons of milk. It's like all I remember getting. But they had a little cafe in the back with an espresso machine and all these flavors and stuff. And so when the eggnog came out, whenever we were running by there, my mom would sometimes get us. Like
That
we'd all
sounds
get
so
little eggnog lattes when she
I
finally would
want
let us
one.
drink coffee.
I want one.
Or we would just get the steamed eggnog. I think we got that too. She would be like, "Can they have an eggnog latte?" You know, air quotes. She would be like, "Oh yeah, of
That's
course."
cute. Aw,
Yeah, she tried to include us.
that's nice.
Yeah, and we didn't mind because we didn't really know what coffee tasted like.
That's cute. I had something to say and now I forgot.
I haven't had an eggnog latte in forever. Now you're thinking, I don't know, maybe that'll help bring me into fall. A
Man,
little touch of the past.
you know, this sober October, it's going really well. But around this time, I always want a coffee. And not just like a brewed coffee. I want an espresso tasting something. A latte. I want a latte. And we don't have any latte stuff here.
Nope.
I really want a latte right now. Shoot. Anyways.
They are
Oh, you
good.
remember that? What's that lemon vanilla latte from that coffee shop in
Mhm.
Washington?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it.
Okay, well, if you're ever in Washington, where
I don't
do your
remember, to be honest.
parents live again? What's up?
Oh,
Spokane.
Spokane.
Spokane, there's a coffee shop that has like a lemon vanilla latte and it's so effing good.
Yeah.
I've never had like a lemon coffee. First, I thought it was like when I think about lemon and milk or something like that, I think of curdle.
Mhm.
So it was delicious.
It's very good. It's very, Sicilian,
Mm,
which I approve of.
yeah, of course you do.
Yeah,
Ah,
lemon and coffee. What was the other? Saffron?
mm,
Saffron in coffee.
interesting.
Yeah, there's I think 49th Parallel Coffee in Vancouver. Um, yeah, they had a Spanish latte. Or no, maybe that was Sicilian as well. I don't know. Someone else had a Spanish one. It was, oh, no, the Spanish one is sweetened condensed milk and espresso.
Of course.
It's sweet
Of course.
and it's so good.
It is.
I remember we were working on, it's when we were wrapping Deadpool, and the studio was right across from I think it's Cafe Artigiano in Vancouver that has these things. And every day the prop master would come in while we're wrapping. Wrap is like you're just putting everything in the boxes and sending it back to LA.
Yeah.
So it's really chill. You're not shooting, you're just boxing stuff up. You have like a week to do it.
Mhm.
Very chill. And it's the time when everyone finds excuses to basically not work. So you'd get in, you'd wrap stuff for an hour and a half, and then the boss would come in and say, "Hey, do we need some coffee?" Be like, "Yeah, yeah, I could go for some. Okay. Meet us out front here, at 9:30." And we'd go into the cafe and we'd order fancy drinks and we'd sit there for like an hour. Just bullshit.
I
And
love
then it'd be like, "Oh, maybe we should do a little more work before lunch."
Yeah.
And I was ordering those every day.
Ah. Mm.
It was so fattening,
Oh,
so
yeah.
sweet, but it felt so good, especially after working a bunch of like to have some chill, slow days
Mhm.
and just indulge. Yeah, so good.
That sounds tasty. But going back to Halloween, I just wanted this is one
Mhm.
thing that I'll remember forever. We had a box of costumes, like a tall box, like the size of a child. And it was the coolest box because it had all of the costumes, and there were so many cool costumes. And I always loved it when we pulled that out and started rummaging through and seeing what kind of treasure was in there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We had those too. It
Yeah.
was so fun, yeah. Same
Yeah.
thing. We would pull them out every couple of times a year, or people would call my mom up, if they had some kind of party that they had to dress for.
Oh, yeah.
And they'd be like, "Hey, do you have something like this in your costume collection?" My mom would always be like, "Oh, let me
Of
go
course.
look."
Yeah. And it had that, like, smell of being put away
Oh,
for a
yeah.
whole year.
Totally. Okay, it needs to be touched up a little bit, but I have something. My favorite that we held on to for a long time, because after we stopped doing some Halloween, my mom kind of, got rid of a lot of it, but she
Mhm.
kept a big chunk. And one of the things that I insisted that she keep was we had this McDonald's drink and fry costume.
Oh, that's cool.
So one person would like put their head through the top with the straw, on coming out the head. So they're the big drink, and
Yeah.
their arms going out the side, and then the other person is the fries, and your head was like popping up in the fries, your hands out the side. They were
That's
so fun. I
cool.
used to find random reasons. My friend Max and I would wear those to high school. We'd find random reasons. Just be like, "Hey, you got the like shake costume? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I'll bring it."
Oh my god.
Walk
So
around
you
in it.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
You'd
it
go to
was so
class
fun.
that way?
Um, yeah, I think they made us take them off in class, but we'd have the little break time in between or at lunch.
Oh, you just throw it back on.
Yeah, it was only a handful of times. Or you'd go to like sporting events, go to the football game. You're like, let's put on an outfit.
In grade 12, I went as, Garth from Wayne's World because we had wig that was like Garth's hair,
That's awesome.
and I borrowed my dad's jeans. I fit in them. They were ripped jeans, like the cool, and then a plaid shirt. Yeah, that was. I wonder if I could find a photo of that actually.
That's hysterical. I love
It was the best. It was the coolest. I was cool for that one day.
It was cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and there's a picture in a yearbook. I'll pull that up for
That's awesome.
the Instagram.
Yeah, I'll have to find that.
Yeah.
Man, one of my favorite memories from dressing up in school, because we used to have like a Halloween day. You know, everyone could wear costumes to school.
Yeah.
And man, what was this? Kindergarten, grade 1? I think grade 1. I wanted to be Tommy from the Power Rangers.
Yeah. The
Right?
White Ranger.
Yep. With the gold, you know, the cool thing. He's like the eagle, right? And
I was always pink Kimberly.
that's awesome. We couldn't afford like costumes.
Yeah.
So my mom would make our costumes.
That's awesome.
And so she made me
That's crazy.
this white Tommy Power Ranger outfit. Those ballin', I'm not gonna lie.
That's
It's
awesome.
one of my favorites that she ever did. And except I didn't have like a cool helmet. I wish I had like a cool helmet like they had.
Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't have the money or couldn't find them at thrift shops, you know.
The rest of it's good.
Totally. But I show up to school and there's this one kid in my class, Richard. he's like, looks over, he's like, who are you? Elvis? Like,
What?
ruined the whole
Oh my
outfit for you. I'm Tommy, the Power Ranger.
Oh
Not
my
Elvis.
gosh.
Not Elvis. You know, you're a little grade 1. You're like, who the fuck is Elvis?
Yeah. Why would he even know?
I know.
That's cute.
That was one of my favorites. That was a good one.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about when we were growing up, I would say more because I think things were more homemade. Rather than like there was no spirit of Halloween stores till later on in life. And everything was just mass produced to be, like I said, that thin one suit that's supposed to have all of the accessories built into the fabric, the one piece of fabric that you just like Velcro into. Yeah, with that $50.
Yeah, insane. I remember one year I was at Darth Vader and we did, I don't know, maybe that was a wealthy year or something. For some reason, we got to buy one of those little, you know, thin ones. Yeah. Yeah, and it sucked. I remember being so disappointed by it. Like, I don't even want to wear this. It didn't fit right. It didn't look like it. Nothing was like the movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I don't ever want one of these costumes again. Let's make stuff. That was so much more fun.
Yeah.
My mom made us pretty good Jedi outfits one year. I think I was Anakin Skywalker.
Oh, yeah. I loved him.
Episode 2. Attack of the Clones.
Right.
But we made good ones. Like we went to Michael's and I remember we were like walking down the aisles looking at all the fabrics and like, is this the right color? Is this the right textures?
Wow.
Yeah. And we did. And then my mom sewed them and we had those little like roby bits that come on there with the wrap around the waist and the nice tunic underneath. Yeah. Had it all. All made.
Nice.
Yeah, that was the best. Those are the best outfits.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with it.
Nobody makes stuff anymore.
My cousin was a boy taking a shower.
What?
Yeah, so my aunt built up this little like PVC shower curtain rig that he like wore around, and then he had a little rubber ducky, and there was like this fake shower thing that came in. So he would like slide open the shower curtain, you know, and be like top, you know, with no shirt on.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Yeah, pretty genius.
Oh,
there's some good ideas out there.
Oh,
I think I like those kind of goofy costumes.
Yeah.
They're almost like prank costumes.
Oh yeah. Well, and there's one that's been all over the internet of this kid wanted to be a fart. And so I think it was his mom just took like a bunch of tulle, brown and green tulle, and just made him just like a puffball, you know, out of tulle.
Yeah. Like, I like that stuff about Halloween. That's amazing. Want to be a fart.
You are a fart.
Yeah.
You're an old fart.
Oh, man. Yeah, see, I love that. I don't know if I have the energy to do that every year. But, you know, Every now and again, you get a funny idea to do something like that. I'm like, okay,
I wish
what's up? Go out and be ridiculous. Invent a character or something, and
I
have
wish I
fun with it.
could. So actually, one year when I was working at the HVAC company with Megan and Trina, we would dress up every year, but for the most part, I was like that mouse or something super easy. And then one year I went as Saria from the Ocarina of Time, Legend of Zelda. And she's the forest sage in there, and I had green hair at the time. That's why. That's what inspired it. Had green hair at the time. I bought some like elf ears, and then Trina sewed the outfit for me, and I just bought like a sweater that I spray painted green to go underneath the little outfit, and then I bought a belt. And um, in the game, there's a fairy called Navi, and it's just like a blue orb with wings. So I took a styrofoam ball and I covered it in blue glitter, made some wings or whatever, put it on a stick that I stuffed in my shirt behind me to just,
Yeah,
what they do is just like float
yeah,
next to you. Anyways, that was a really cool outfit,
that's awesome.
but it was so tight that I wasn't able to wear it ever again.
No,
But I kept it for a while. That was cool. Thanks, Trina. That was awesome.
that's cool.
Hmm.
I love a good cosplay.
Yeah, and she
It's
was
another good Halloween.
Sailor Venus. And she made her own costume too. Yeah.
That's awesome. I want to figure out a gory costume for myself. I don't think I've ever had like a bloody, scary.
We could do that.
Gory
We know how
thing.
to make blood.
Yeah, I just got to come up with a good premise.
Well, let's brainstorm.
Because, when people ask, like, you don't want to be just another guy with like a knife in your chest or an arrow through your head.
Oh,
you
I'm
know.
down to come up with some ideas. I'm already thinking about something gross.
But I mean, you got to have a backstory behind it too, right?
Well,
It's like,
we can
who
sit.
stabbed me? Why?
Well, no, we're not.
Was it like, yeah, demonic? Was it an ex-wife? Was it a business deal gone wrong? Was it drugs? Politics?
We'll plan something.
Yeah. And then
Speaking.
because you got to put that twist on it. Everyone's seen dude with knife in chest or something, and it's like, how do I make something truly? What if your guts could like spill out?
Hey.
Anyhow,
We'll talk about it.
can you imagine just walking up to somebody? Hey, I'm Jake. How are you? Clink. Cheers. All right. Like, and then this person's guts fall out.
That would be a cool trick, though.
Right? See, I need that line of thinking, but I want to make it kind of gory.
Okay.
So it's like pranky, but also
Well,
gory.
it's nice too because you know how to do props.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll come up with some ideas.
Let's pause this conversation and talk about it later.
We'll do.
Put it on the table.
All right.
We do have a photo shoot planned for Halloweeny theme, so look out for that
Check it out.
at Paradinks on the Instagram.
And write us, paradinks@gmail.com.
Tell us what you're going as for Halloween. Send us your pictures. I know it's
Only your Halloween pictures.
only your Halloween costume pictures.
Other photos will be sold online.
Yeah.
Publicly.
How else do we keep this going?
Right. All right. Thanks for listening. See you later.
Yeah.